What episode is this?
87.
So many.
87. Welcome to episode 87 of the Rule Slayers podcast. We're here. We're ready to party. We're ready to apparently loot a corpse, or maybe not a corpse. We'll see. Before we get into tonight's episode, as always, we have some announcements. Jeremy, do you want to take it away on the announcements?
Jeremy's feeling a little down tonight.
I'm feeling down because things you can't know about. So,
Mysterious.
well, there's just talks, there's like talks of what's coming next and new seasons of life and, I just like this thing we do. That's it. That's my announcement.
Me too. Okay. Well, if that's your announcement, I'll do the real ones.
It's not a real one.
No, I gotta do it. Listen, rollslayers.com. Wait, not that.
There you go.
Hey, Hayden. Hey, you. Okay. rollslayers.com/partners. That's where you can go to see all the really awesome people who partner with us, such as Beyond Skyrim, Siren Skate. We have a discount promo code for Eldritch Foundry. If you want to print your own mini, it's 15% off if you use our code RollSlayers. It's also where the most important part is where you can get connected to us. So rollslayers.com is the place where you can find our link to our Discord.
Yep.
And jump on the Discord, come and hang out. We talk about all kinds of things. It's just a place to hang. And we talk about D&D, and we talk about music and video games and life and memeage.
Lots of memeage.
Okay, what generation is the age? What's the age generation? Who made that up? Who made that a thing?
Gen X or millennials, maybe?
Is that a millennial
the-
thing?
Yeah, millennial.
Elder millennial, maybe.
Elder millennial? Image. Okay, well, I'm really sad that ever happened. But there's a lot of things that we can do there. And there's also a Garden of Joy now. So
Yay.
come hang out there and post the things
For
that make
just
you happy.
nice things that make you happy.
And there's another opposite to that.
Weird things that make you happy.
Yeah, extreme tastes for extreme people.
What is that, the typo negatives?
Typo
Yeah.
negative
Yeah.
types. So anyway, come hang out with us there. And
We've got every issue of Weird Tales magazine now.
I know, I read issue number 1.
Hey, it's fun.
Not
How
issue
was
number
it?
1, I read story number 1 of issue number 1.
Also good.
Yeah, it was fun. It's good. It's like good, like, pulpy sort of, is it pulpy? What does pulpy mean?
It's
Do you want me to explain
genre.
Pulpy to y'all?
Please?
So it's based on paperbacks of such low quality that they would, get printed and thrown in the trash or, get pulped. The paper would be pulped back into just nothing.
Yeah,
Like you
I'm
go
not-
through a pulping machine.
I wouldn't call it low quality, but it has that like quick hit, like let me get a quick hit of this fiction. I don't know, maybe some of it is hit or miss, but the first one was kind of fun.
some good Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Anyway, so come check that out. And then honestly, we would love if you really like what we do and you want to support us. The easiest way to do that is through our Patreon. So patreon.com/rollslayers. And if there's anything else I am forgetting, I
Not
won't
really.
say it.
Check out our World Anvil, worldanvil.pxf.io/rollslayers. I make Eltheris in there. It's cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We get to play D&D now.
Woo.
So, last we left off, the party made their way, bidding farewell to Vorin the Goliath for a time, into the Severin Wood, sloping up gently into the Galfell Mountains. The fog and mist kind of encapsulating them, the pine trees and ferns rising and circling. And eventually they did encounter waiting resistance in the form of Oliver's compatriots, or should I say, Lucimo's compatriots. The green dragonborn Matsuo, the tiefling Arvir, and the Eladrin Ardgal. After trying to sneak around, a combat was engaged by the opposing side, and that left Lucimo's group licking their wounds, some of them teleporting away, one of them being felled and unconscious, though stabilized by Remy, and then bound and gagged. We left off with the group discussing searching the figure, interrogating them perhaps, killing them perhaps. But yes, regardless of that, if anyone wants to make a quick investigation check to search Ardgal's person, you may.
I think, Ruby, you have nimble fingers. Do you think you could see what this feller might be hiding?
Yeah, sure. Oh, that was sad. It's a 9.
9? I mean, he's
It
got a
was
small
like
pack
on
on him.
17 and then it bounced off my glass and went to 3. It's like,
Aw.
He's got a small pack on him that contains clothing, like common clothing, ink, a small knife, bedroll, mess kit, various adventuring gear. There is a quiver of arrows on his back. He has a longbow that he has dropped when he got hit in the chest with the eldritch blasts. He's wearing scale mail, and then he has 2 short swords at his side. That's it.
can I wear his mail?
Yeah, you guys want to start kind of like, well, do you have proficiency in scale mail as a
I
bard?
don't know. Probably not. I don't know what that means.
Um,
I just mean, one of my goals is to get some armor because I don't have any.
Sure.
So I'm just thinking of ways.
in the bottom right or bottom left corner of your character sheet, there should say proficiencies in languages, and there should be armor.
Light armor is what it has.
Okay, I do not believe you have proficiency, as that is medium armor.
Okay. Never mind.
Sorry.
I can make it on my own.
Yes, you can. But you can disarm him. I assume you're going to disarm him of his weapons and whatnot. And then, yeah, you guys are free to do as you like.
What
Right.
should we do with him?
Well, Remy kept him alive so that we could question him. So, do we want to stabilize and see what he knows?
Sure.
Well, don't look at me. I didn't have any questions.
Okay. Well,
I thought that maybe Vinny might, but I don't. Yeah, he might know. He might know something. The question of whether he'll tell us, we'll just have to see.
I'm kind of take him and maybe slap his face a little bit,
Okay.
like shake him.
he
Yeah.
takes a point of damage. And
Generally-
he's not dead.
Yeah. Kind of comes to consciousness and eyes flutter open. Looks around at all of you. Doesn't say anything, just kind of regarding you all with
All right.
general suspicion and
Listen.
Which guy is this? This is the tiefling guy or the
he is
sure
a
guy?
spring eladrin, so basically an elf with kind of like nature-y features.
Okay.
All right.
Special elf.
So here's the deal. We are just two parties on on opposite sides of the same coin. In fact, that's probably the only reason you're doing this. So, if you could, I have some ideas on how we can potentially put it to the powers that be. could you take us to, or could you tell us where, I forget his other name.
Oliver?
Oh,
Can you tell us where Oliver is? Where are you headed?
I can tell you where he is. About a day's walk west.
A day's walk west.
Yep.
Is he lying?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Oh, that's
Remind me.
fine. I got a 26.
we did just see him like. No, that was last night. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
26?
Yeah.
Not lying. I mean, you know people's tells, and he doesn't have any tells. So either he's not lying, or he's a very good liar.
I'm gonna tug at Vinny's cloak. I think that was honest.
Is there anything that we need to know? Any traps that have been set for us as we go?
This was the trap.
What is your aim after this?
My aim right now?
It would help to know that information to determine what we want to do from here.
I'm a captive. I don't get to have aims, apparently.
Right, team, what do you think?
You're a captive
Well-
of who exactly?
Just looks down at his bound hands.
I'm asking, what were the plans for you and Oliver and your crew after this ambush?
Oh. Well, to usher in a link, a portal, you might say.
And how bound to this are you? This task?
Look, I serve Oberon. He's the rightful lord of Esaloon, the rightful settler of Eltheris for the elven folk, the first folk. I don't care about this spat he's got with Titania, but I do what he tells me to.
Understood.
So, to be clear, you would destroy all the settlements that are currently here.
Oberon's not a destroyer.
What is he?
He's raw. A force of nature. He doesn't care for the whims of, small folk. But neither does he actively pursue their danger and harm.
So, how would he change things?
Oh, that's for us to find out, I guess.
I walk away and motion to Remy, Bells, Ruby to come out of earshot of him.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him. He's already disappeared like 6 times.
So, the Guild of Goodwill? We've never ended a prisoner's life. I think that it's something that we need to discuss. But it is evident that he will oppose us if we let him go. And if we leave him here, I am certain he will find his freedom to oppose us again.
I'm also a little concerned about his perception of Oberon. I mean, he is the Lord of Beasts. And if he's trying to come back to this plane, I understand when he's saying about, being a centuries old Fae, he doesn't, care about the, lives of small people, meaning everybody here. But I don't know that that's going to go as well as our friend over there thinks if he brings in a whole load of beasts from another plane.
What would we know? What would Vinny know about those sort of intentions? I mean, he is half elf, grew up in Alinar.
Sure.
Would he know anything about? Because like I think from Vinny's thinking, gods or no gods like this. He's a little bit fed up about being caught in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he doesn't care about Oberon or Titania, or I think he's starting to care about the little person. So he would say, I would say, what does he know about Oberon's intentions and like beasts coming into the world? Like, is that to dominate the world, or is that just
Get
is
what
that
he
just
wants
to,
with
like,
Titania,
or just live his life?
Make an
in his
insight
part?
check for me.
Okay. Oh, geez. Why do I have scuddy rolls? Inside, though, I think I've got something on that. I have nothing on that. That's a 7.
7? You can't claim to know the mind of a, not a divine being, but a powerful fey creature. But you do remember Lucimo chatting with you about this being some sort of jab at Titania. All of Oberon's machinations with this.
It feels a little like a wasted life to end somebody's existence over this squabble.
Mm.
And I don't relish ending another person's life over this. Not another person should die. But also I very much care for each of you, and so if it's gotta be us and them, I would rather it be them.
Well, I can say with some degree of personal confidence that you go into this particular line of work and you align yourself with these particular kind of people, you sort of end your own life.
So what you're saying is if we end his life, it is a liberation.
No, I'm just saying it's his fault.
That's fair. I think you're right. And he does seem like a bit of a fanatic. What did you think, Bells?
Truly, I don't know. If I hadn't been thinking, we would have just ended his life in battle. Having to weigh these choices after the fact is not something I'm familiar with.
It seems a bit wrong, right? Like we should have given him the honorable death in battle.
I think that would have been easier for us. I don't
There
know
doesn't
what the
have
right
to be an
choice
us
is.
either. Oh, I'm sorry, Bells. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I just said I don't know what the right choice is.
There aren't winners, and there isn't a right choice here. Everybody comes out a loser when this has to happen. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't have to happen, or that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen anyways.
All right. Well, shall we make it quick?
If all of you want, I can take care of this and get that done quickly. None of you have to have this on your hands, and frankly, I already have.
Let's do it together.
Everyone, align your beams.
I'll focus my beams on your fist, on your gauntlet. No, I think what we should do is we should all do it together. It should be a decision we all make.
But logistically, how does that work?
We all ready in action?
Remy,
All
what's
right.
your passive?
Uh-oh.
What did you ask?
What's your passive?
Mine is 18, and also 18. But also, please recall, I did declare that I was watching
I
him
know.
during this.
I know.
Okay.
As you guys are talking, you do see him slip out of his bonds and just kind of lean back against the tree. But he does seem to have wriggled out of his bonds.
All right.
Should I just?
Yeah. Well, it's okay if you don't. Maybe that's a little weird.
I'm gonna throw a dart at him.
Hold on. We lost Hayden.
Oh, you did?
No.
Just your
Just
monitor.
a second.
Oh, just on Tyler. I'm here.
No, I meant the monitor. You're back.
We good?
Oh, okay.
Listen, I got this. And then Vinny would just go over there and do 2 Eldritch beams.
Well, if
To
he
the
sees you
face.
walking with intent towards him, he's going to kind of look at you questioningly, and you're going to need to roll initiative. He's not just going to, let you kill him.
That's fine. I'd fire on him.
Okay. Roll
While,
initiative for
I
me.
was out, I did also ask if I could just throw a dart at him when you said he wriggled free.
Oh. I mean, again, you'd need to roll initiative. This is not going to,
Okay.
this is not a surprising thing for him, so.
Okay.
25 to 20 for anyone who wants to be in this. You don't all have to do that.
I will.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Is that it for the 25 to 20?
Oops.
Okay.
Oh.
20 to 15.
18.
15 to 10.
Oh, I lie. I have +2 to initiative. Oh, I'm at 20.
Okay.
10.
10. 10 to 5.
7.
Oh, Remy.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh.
I got 4.
So he sees you
Grief. I have to
coming
kill
at
this
him
person?
with probably murderous intent as you prepare to cast, and he's gonna be at the top of the round. And he's gonna bonus action boof away 30 feet, action boof away 30 feet, and then run another 30 feet into the mist and fog. And at that point, he's probably pretty far away. On your turn, you're going to need to do a perception check to find him, Vinny. So that's going to end his turn. Vinny?
Okay. I mean, I have 120 feet.
Yes,
So
this
I can
is-
hit him if I can see him.
This is heavily fogged forest. The visibility is about 60 to 70 feet out here.
That's fine. Doing a perception check?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Okay.
24.
You do... Well, let me actually see what his stealth is before I... Let's see. Oh, my lord. Okay. 24, you said?
Yeah.
25. 14 plus...
If I try and shoot him, if I try and hit him with it, what does that mean? I
So
can't see
25,
him?
even though you nat 20, you cannot spot him through the fog and mist. You can make a roll at disadvantage to blind shoot in the approximation of the way he ran.
That's what I got.
Okay.
I got 18
Okay.
for the first roll.
It's going to reaction cast shield.
Okay. Is that block?
Mhm.
And then the other is 11.
Okay. Both of those blast off an arcane ward somewhere in the forest.
He did say, Oliver told me, Lucimo, told me that they would not hesitate. And he knew that I would. We have to know what our plan is before we do this.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your initiative, Salt? Okay. Ruby?
A good dimension door.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100 feet in the direction that he went.
Mhm.
Is that a bad idea?
No.
It's a good idea. I am also informing you that I can run exactly 100 feet. So if you want to save that spell slot, you may.
Okay. I also don't know what I would do when I get there.
That's another part of that.
Shout.
I could blind and deaf him. Although
Well,
unless they all have things where things don't work.
Well, if you cast one spell, can you cast another?
Oh yeah. I guess not. I mean I have like hit him with my quarterstaff
Trip him up.
if he's unarmed.
Up to you.
I guess I'll just not do anything, Hayden, because you're
I
gonna
mean,
find
you
him.
probably have something that has a decent range on it. You could maybe go that direction.
Fireball him up to 150 feet.
Oh boy, I mean that would probably do the trick.
Hold on, I need to double check something now that I think about it.
That would be a good.
It has to do with movement speed of rangers in their favored terrain. He might have double movement speed here.
Oh, boy.
That's not right.
Or is that for the ranger?
No.
Or not the ranger, the barbarian. One of them has double movement speed.
Double
sense
movement
for a
speed in
ranger,
a
but-
terrain of that can't be right.
Moving through
Is
non-magical
fog,
terrain.
is otherworldly fog his terrain of choice?
Forest, coast, and mountains is his terrain of choice.
That's everything.
Yeah, I know.
That's garbage. Yeah, but what about otherworldly fog that's causing us so many problems?
Doesn't
just
give him any
saying.
problems.
I'm just
he has
saying.
0 problems.
It should maybe do something.
No, it's something else. It must be the barbarian that has that. Proceed.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing with more than like 60 feet of range that I have is a fireball or a dimension door. Oh, I could stinking cloud him. Make him fall over barfing. But then if you catch up to him, you'll also be barfing, so.
You know, it's a small price to pay. Okay, so for some math here, if you have 60-foot range spells, you can move 30 feet on your turn and ostensibly get within range of him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can move bonus action, whatever order.
What does this do? I guess I could Dissonant Whispers him. That takes a
Yeah.
wisdom save. Is an elf gonna have good wisdoms things?
Do you have to see him?
Within range that can hear.
Okay.
Range of 60
Ooh.
feet.
So wisdom save on it? If you want to cast it.
So you'd have to run 30 feet in the direction
Mm-hmm.
and then cast it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me decide which level I want to cast it at, because I get more dices the higher I do it.
He was also quite almost dead.
Okay, so maybe it won't
might-
take that
Yeah,
much.
You might not
He's at
have
1
to.
HP.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh. Should I even bother? Whatever. We'll cast it. We'll cast it easy.
Okay. Save was 17.
What's your DC spell save?
This one is 16.
Okay, so he saves. Does he take any damage?
On a save.
Uh,
I think he
think it's-
takes.
oh, is there not half damage on this? Oh, it is half damage
Successful
on
save.
this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter. What do you whisper?
We're coming for you.
You just hear a thump echo somewhere in the woods.
It was 7.
Hmm?
7 damage.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
Okay.
Well,
Good
did that
work.
take care of it?
Thanks, Ruby.
That makes me feel kind of weird inside, but all right.
Should we go
It-
find him?
Are we dropping initiative at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if he did.
Yeah.
He's not dead, but he's making death saves. So
I'll go find him.
Yeah, you can go up and finish the job if you like.
That's what Vinny would do.
Okay.
Take him out of town and finish the job.
You find him behind a tree, unconscious.
I'll make it easy. Two blasts.
Okay. 2 blasts into him, and the body kind of thumps, almost like it was hit with a defibrillator twice, and it lays still.
Well, that wasn't a very positive experience, I gather, so we'll deal with the consequences of the feelings of that after all this. How about that?
Sounds good.
I mean, I feel a little bit better about it that he was like getting away. If he'd have still been laying there tied up, it'd have felt different, whispering death into his ears.
Listen, this is the sad part of what we do as the Guild of Goodwill is neutralize threats to people. And Ruby, what do you think? Do you think that Oberon is a force that the common folk should be concerned with?
You know, Fae are so just their own thing with their own desires. That's really all that governs them. I think it's hard to know. I just don't know that he's as benign as our departed friend here believed.
No.
So even if he's not trying to like release all his beasties into the world and take over, he probably is going to at least bring some with him, and we might have to contend with him.
Sounds good. Well, he's one less enemy on our front anyway.
Well, shall we try to continue now?
We probably ought to take a breather first.
Yes, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe we can use that fog over there and hide a little bit. Wait if they come back.
I think there is a tower or something.
Yeah, you guys gonna head up?
Yeah, it would be nice if someone could take watch at the tower while maybe we could all go up there and keep our eyes peeled for a little bit.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So you guys are taking what, like a short rest, long rest?
Short rest.
Okay.
Unless anyone needs a long rest.
Okay.
Just short rest.
As you guys are short resting, what's everyone's passive perception?
16.
18.
16.
I know yours, Hayden.
12.
Huh?
12.
12, 16.
I think mine's 13.
Okay.
But
Cool.
yeah, I'm pretty almost. You said perception, right?
Passive. So you guys can take a short rest.
14.
This kind of carved tower with stone floor, sitting forlorn, ancient. But nothing disturbs you. Nothing disturbs the fog, to your knowledge.
Everyone, when you recuperate, for each hit die you recover, you may add an additional 1 point of healing. As Remy pulls out some iced mint tea for all of us to share,
Oh, lovely.
Nice. Thank you, Remy. This is delicious.
Ice?
or cold mint tea.
Mm.
We don't have ice; it's cold.
Like, how do you... What
How about you leave me alone, Liz?
Once you guys short rest, you can continue making your way west up into the mountains, I assume. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to do besides just, continue onward?
I don't. How are we determining our heading at this point? Is there
there's
still that trail in the fog?
The
Okay.
trail of fog.
So that's still headed the same direction. It's not moving or changing.
No, it's just kind
It's
of
like
due west.
Constant. Okay. Is the fog changing at all, or is it just kind of like there?
It's just dense and heavy.
Okay.
It might be even more dense closer to the mountains.
Is there still like no animal sounds or like all of that? It's just
Yeah, it's kind of
eerie and weird.
forlorn and echoey.
Okay.
There are sounds, but it's not It's not near.
And we've not seen like any critters pass us by or any of that.
No,
Even during our short rest. Okay.
not that you're aware of. Make a nature check for me.
$17.
It's odd, but it's also like not. This is not uncommon for this area. You've heard that it's kind of sparse in terms of wildlife. You don't know if this is necessarily a supernatural thing or perhaps something that just is the way the forest is. But a lot of the wildlife, of this kind of biome is more birds, squirrels, small game such as deer. But what was your roll?
17.
Yeah, you know that the Severin wood has a reputation for very skittish animals anyway.
Okay.
Very reclusive. So perhaps it's something being done in a supernatural way. Perhaps it's just the way of, this forest.
Well, since we are feeling ourselves caught up in a, sort of a cosmic love story, would y'all like to hear some love stories? Got in my back pocket?
Like some of your love stories.
No, like tales. I mean, I can tell you about mine, but they're not nearly as fun. I mean, I thought they were fun at the time.
It might be nice to kind of wash the taste out of our mouths of this one.
Yeah.
So Ruby's going to share some stories, but they are all, unfortunately, I also have kind of odd endings. There's one where a woman is like enchanted to be a swan, and this like huntsman, and in the end the hunter accidentally kills her because he thinks she's the swan. Anyway, and then he drowns himself in the lake. It's a lot of like tragic love stories. It's like pretty much all of them are like at least a little bit off color or like sad.
Love it.
And she's just like really into it.
This actually kind of gets my gears turning a little bit. What if we were able to make Titania and Oberon fall back in love? Would that not end this conflict?
That is a thought.
But how would we accomplish that?
With careful thought and planning. I want to think on it. Don't be so skeptical yet. Please be a little optimistic, Bells.
Sure.
Give me a fighting chance. This is, after all, the life and death matter of me and my father.
And the Fae are, in some, they're so enduring, but in a lot of ways, they're also so fickle. It might not be that hard.
Kind of what I was thinking.
I wonder how long they've been mad this time. How long do you think this spat's been going?
Well, I would assume that at least as long as I've known Titania.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what little I've read, I'm fairly certain that her sexual encounter with me has no bearing on their relationship whatsoever. They just kind of, everything's a little bit more open in the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say that that's the reason, but the fact that she put me under pact meant that she had a purpose. And so it's been about one rotation of Eltheris.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I don't know. What
does Ruby know about? Because she, like, at some other point, I rolled in new things.
Mm-hmm.
How much do I know about, like,
How they've gotten back together.
Yeah, like, do I know any stories about how they've gotten back together, or how long their cycles usually run?
Sometimes it can be a couple hundred years, sometimes it can be 10. There are grand gestures that Oberon has made in the past before, like 4 million bouquets of flowers, or, I bought you this, like, giant moose, or whatever, like just random like gestures.
Mhm.
There's also just times where they just got tired of fighting and were like,
Fine.
let's get back together, I guess. There are political reasons that they've gotten back together, as they are both the king and queen of the Fey councils. And I believe they're both on the Sealy court as well. So
Yeah.
What is that?
it's a court of divine and semi-divine beings of the Fey Wild. I believe they're both. Yeah, he's the king and she's the queen of the Sealy court. So
Okay.
they're closely analogous to the Elven pantheon, called the Seldarine.
So if we were like, ooh, so-and-so who's also on the court, they might be trying to take advantage of you guys being distracted or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Right,
they've
yeah.
gotten back for political reasons to quell moves on their power to enforce certain things that they want to happen in the Feywild.
Okay.
It's just that we're so ill-equipped
Mm-hmm.
with knowledge. No libraries out this direction.
I swear, if I could get my hand on any book,
So, Helen,
that is far.
Well, don't you have the teleportation circle?
Yeah, but I have to be at another circle to get to it.
Oh.
you can draw one with chalk, magic chalk.
Oh,
That's why you bought all
Do I
that
have
chalk.
the ink?
Yeah, you bought like 3
So I
or
can
4
make my
uses
own
of it.
circle and then go to one.
Correct.
It's not a
Gotcha.
bad idea.
Could you get back here?
I think we could all go.
She could not get back here.
You can't take one.
You could all go to Stoheller, but you
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
get back here.
You'd have to learn a new teleportation circle.
Yeah,
for
you're dependent on
the mountains.
permanent
Yes.
circles.
Right. So I can draw my own to get to a permanent circle. You cannot permanent out to.
Correct.
Okay.
And if you spend like, I think it's like 50 or so days drawing one over and over again, you can make one permanent.
Oh.
Interesting. But I don't know that we have that time.
No. Yeah, so we could do that. We could all go back, spend a little time studying up.
I get the
But-
sense if we go back, it'll be too late.
Yeah,
Yes.
it will take as many days as it took us to get up here to get back up here.
It seems like whatever's happening is going to happen quite soon.
True.
We have a day of walking, but
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have other ideas? Or some other way to carry out that plan? What is your main idea for what we will do when we get there?
Well, the only thing that I can think of is that if I confer with Titania, maybe she would have some ideas.
Will she be there when we get to wherever this portal is?
Well, I can speak to her at any juncture. I try not to bother her too much, but I think for that fact, she's usually gracious enough to honor me with her voice whenever I do ask.
Are you open to that? To relying on her even more?
Let me think about it. Let's get a little bit closer and see if there's not anything else that unfurls. Hopefully, before we get to this portal, we could take another rest, and maybe at that point, I can ask her if she has any ideas. Because if they could fall back in love, then I don't know that we would have to.
Close the portal.
I don't know that we would need to open that the portal would need to open. I don't know any of this, and so
Mhm.
perhaps if I just ask her what the portal is all about, and what Oberon intends to accomplish with it. I mean, maybe there's another way. But I'm prepared to do anything to get us all out of this mess. And I mean anything. Thanks for sharing your stories. think that we could be onto something here. I hope.
Mm-hmm. Are we just walking?
Yeah, I suppose we should get going.
The
Is there
path
anything in
opens
this
up.
tower? Is there anything in this tower?
You can make an investigation check if you like.
Yeah, just real quick on the way out.
I guide him.
Oh, that's a treat. It's my investigation. Plus a D4 is 16.
16. This is a crumbling ruin of some sort, but nothing catches your eye as you're kind of searching around.
Okay, nothing in there. It's a little spooky, but that's about it.
Oh, it's worth a look. Does anyone else have anything they need to do before we keep moving?
I don't.
No.
Okay.
Are you sure, Remy?
Yeah.
Are you trying to decide if you want to eat more pocket beans in front of us or something?
Listen, I made us all tea.
And it was wonderful tea. Thank you very
It
much.
was worth at least 2 HP to me.
So unless you have anything, Remy, you guys can take another about half day of travel through the woods, slowly gaining an elevation before night kind of creeps down through the trees. You can take a long rest if you like, or you can continue to travel through the night if you feel it's pressing.
Do we want to do any more talk or planning during the daytime?
I'm open to if anyone has any ideas on how to work this.
It's like none of y'all have seen Parent Trap.
Did you get? I thought we were talking about the Parent Trap in the No Tyler Allowed chat.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah.
No, wait. I was like, wait.
The handshake.
That's
I was
funny.
very confused.
No, I just picked up on the vibe of getting mom and dad back together. So.
Precisely.
I mean, we could do it. We just have Vinny and his dad switch faces, and then you can do a
That's
Parent
not-
Trap.
Ooh.
It's not a bad idea, but I don't know.
It is a terrible idea.
I was like, I could disguise
It will
myself and like
definitely
try to
work.
use. I got pretty high persuasion
I-
or intimidation, and try to convince Oberon
Yeah.
to quit being a whatever, and it'll be
I
fine.
don't know. I think that they would know who. Surely they feel the bond of who they have provided their powers to. We couldn't exactly switch faces and fool them.
I think it would also kind of be like, like if you were getting ready to slaughter a goat and the goat was just like bang at your face a lot, it's probably trying to convince you not to slaughter the goat, but you also don't really understand its point of view very much.
It probably also just makes you want to slaughter it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also that possibility that I'd say it's roughly equal that we would make everything worse.
That's fine.
I think part of it is we don't really know what's going on here. We know that Oberon and Titania are having a spat. We know that there's some portal that will be opening up that Titania doesn't want to open up. At least that's what she's told us. We don't know why. We just don't really know.
Or what exactly we're gonna find when we get there.
Yes. It's difficult to know what to do when we don't really know what we're facing.
Let me ask. I've never really done this in front of anyone. I think I'm just gonna go walk over there.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know how this thing works. Maybe it doesn't matter, but
You're welcome to privacy.
okay. I'm gonna just go over here and talk to her. And he would bring out his coin, and he would hold it, and he would thumb it, and he'd say, Titania. What do you want? What do you truly want?
Each of you hear, specifically you, who he walked away from, behind you guys, hear a kind of a silky, smooth voice. That depends upon the day, my dear. And you guys can all turn and see, coalescing out of the mist, a very tall, lithe form, golden-skinned woman, about 8.5 feet tall, with kind of these luminescent
8.5 feet tall?
Mhm.
Gosh, I'm so turned on right now.
purple blue eyes, kind of this gossamer gown, just leaning up against the tree.
Titania. It's good to see you again. In the familiar form. I don't know if this is the same form that he...
I'm not a familiar.
You know what it's not what I meant. I pardon me, I didn't mean to offend. Ignorant man as I am.
She's just kind of looking at all the rest of the party, giving appraising glances.
Titania, this is Ruby. Bells. Remington.
I know.
I know you know.
Remington bows silently. He just does a little bow, that's all.
I like the respect this one gives me.
Ruby's like eyeing up and down and like,
We're here for you. There's no reason why we would be this far out in the bush if it were not for you. And we will close the portal.
Good.
But then after that, what?
You're free to do as you wish until I need your services again.
No, I mean, what if we were to reunite you and Oberon?
Oh. Posh. He has, went a little too far. And, to be honest, it's been a lot quieter at home.
It's been, I'm sorry, what?
Quieter. It's nice.
Oh, come on.
Sure, perhaps. If we strike a fancy.
What did he do wrong? Tell me.
Oh. Make a persuasion check.
shall I inspire you?
Yeah!
You get a D8.
I look over at Ruby. I look at all of my friends, and I see Ruby, and then it's, I don't know, what does it look like to inspire me?
I'm like, mm-hmm.
Okay.
She can do, I can't do it, but she
Okay.
can do one eyebrow real good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And then the twinkle, and I'm like, oh, heck yeah. Okay,
So yeah,
cool.
you get to add a D8.
Oh, that's actually pretty fancy. And you said it was a persuasion?
Mm-hmm. So +9 or whatever you got there.
It is.
If it doesn't work, I can try.
No, it's all right.
Because I got a 12.
25.
Plus 12.
25? I suppose you deserve a little bit of context.
Yes.
Essentially,
Ruby's like,
he was having a bit of a tryst. And not with, lower beings like gestures
Right.
at all do.
Right.
With someone of note, of status. Coralon the Archheart, you might know him as. And that made me a little angry. So, cut to me burning down his favorite tree and, killing his favorite herd of goats and whatnot, and thought that would be the end of it. But he decides to stomp off to the Beastlands and plot, and that's where we're at.
Well, can I just say, first and foremost, that you had every right and were right in slaughtering his goats and burning his tree.
who is his affair with?
Coralon
Coralon?
is actually
He's one of the primary deities of the elves.
Yeah. I'm very familiar with Coralon, and, well, to be frank, not that I don't acknowledge.
No,
Certainly.
The god is dreadful. Kind of looks around warily at the sky.
Well, finally we agree on something. But we all know this is a long history. It's not done with you and Oberon. You are meant to be. You rule. You reign together. You were meant to be. No, he was meant to be at your side.
We shall see. She kind of looks over into the distance, transfixed on something. You're not sure what.
I look over my shoulder to see if I can.
The rest of you see her kind of hand trailing, just walk around a pine, and when you look back, she is indeed gone.
Oh, Lordy, the goose pimples I have?
Okay.
Let me write this down. She's gonna like pull out her parchments and like start scribbling before she forgets all the details.
Got all the hot fey goss.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Bales, would you want to just keep that picture of her in your mind and maybe you can do a little portrait?
Oh, sure. I can do that.
Thanks. That'd be great.
Okay.
A trading card.
Oh, I just mean just for the records. It's not
But
that
also
often.
for our franchise. For
Okay, yes, maybe later, but I just think for, history's sake.
How is
These are
that not
being
the
a
most
book.
terrifying experiences of your lives?
Oh, it definitely was. I just was so exhilarated by hearing like an epic tale from like first person.
Okay, you all know that I like to play it cool, but I'm a little bit shaky. I feel, and I take Remy and feel this, and I put Remy's hand on my heart.
Yeah, that's real. That's real stuff.
Yeah, it's. Oh,
I mean, I was a little afraid she was going to kill us all, but she was nicer than I thought.
it's like she says. It depends on the day.
Mm-hmm. I guess we caught her at a good time.
Yeah, I've caught her on. It was good to see her.
I mean, but with your wolf eating people dreams, that was pretty.
You're right.
I
Thank
think we
you. I
gotta
need that
keep
to
we
help
gotta keep
sober me.
those we
Yeah,
gotta keep
remember
those
that
hand in
stuff,
hand.
yeah.
Right. Wolf eating dreams. Also,
She's-
one fateful night.
she's so pretty.
I understand. Right. I understand. I need to snap out of it. Okay. But it did seem like maybe she would be go for it. That's one
She
half of the
might.
equation.
She might if he was willing to, do something.
Okay. Let's keep thinking on it.
Can I think no more things?
What do you want to know?
Can I roll Arcana or something to know more about Oberon or something?
Oh no. Yeah, that's you kind of tapped out your lure on
Fine.
these folk at this point.
Well,
I like I should just be able to forever roll stuff. Isn't that like the whole game?
It helps
roll
to have,
until you
like,
succeed.
helps to have a
I know.
It's like you
Risk.
rolled, and then that's what you know.
I know.
And then that's what you know.
I know, but
canon.
what if?
What if? What if we had no rules?
Well,
then come play my patented system.
oh,
I'm not going to plug my own products during this.
Wait, what?
His game.
Oh, yes.
all right. Well, are we resting? Should we keep going? What do we think?
I don't know. I personally feel fine, but
She
Would you
didn't seem.
like-
The fact that she seemed a little more casual makes me think it's not about to happen and we're running out of time. Like we maybe could.
Well, if they go to open
Rest.
the portals, and they are ahead
Oh, and
of
there
us.
are. Well, okay.
Can you imagine? I can't imagine what she would look like, not casual, if that make that form that she was just in is the only form that I can conceivably picture for that being. Like, she's not ever gonna not be cool about something, even if she's, like, eviscerating us at the end of all of this. She's gonna be talking and looking like that.
So there's nothing...
Does that make any... I'm sorry, I'm a little bit amped up still.
That makes perfect
that's right.
sense.
Yeah.
There's no way
Yeah.
that... We don't know what the gods are going to say or do or think or talk like. You're right. We're the low people here.
And
So-
look, they're not even technically gods, which maybe makes them... I think they know that.
Yes, but we don't want... Let's placate... Never mind. Doesn't matter. You're right. They're
I'm
not...
just saying it makes them maybe more dangerous.
I say this. It's not up to us to do something to them. It's up to us to spark something from within them.
I have nothing I can offer here, and I'm sorry for that.
This is quite... it doesn't matter. Let's just keep moving and maybe we go another few hours and find a good place to camp.
So you're traveling on into the night for a few hours.
If it's nighttime, then we'll maybe an hour or two.
Okay.
Whenever it kind of makes the most sense to stop.
Yeah, you guys are starting to kind of lag and sag behind, and you know you'll need a couple hours extra rest if you want to get a full long rest in the morning, since you kind of went past your 8 hours. So you might need to sleep in a bit, but you guys can make camp for the evening after another couple hours of travel. If you'd like to set watches, you may.
Sure, I'll take my usual
While
second.
we're all awake, Remy's going to try to get everyone's attention for a moment. Given the circumstances, I've prepared some remarks or a request. I wrote it down, and he's going to have a very crumpled-looking piece of paper and read. I, Remington, Northerly, Topsford, Crandleton, Debsling, Leicestershire, O'Hanrahu, do hereby request formal membership within the Guild of Goodwill. As I have accompanied the Guild these past several months, I'm hoping that my efforts towards the mission of the Guild have been found valuable by the members, enough so that my membership might be taken into consideration. I feel that my skill set may be beneficial to the Guild moving forward, whatever that looks like, especially as it takes on the more challenging tasks ahead, and I would even consider honorary membership to be a grand privilege. I look forward to your decision, but it's okay either way, I understand.
By this request, that means that really there's only 2 left in the guild. 3, if we count Cyrus wherever he is. So I'm just afraid that... Anyway.
Well, I don't know what your voting rules are on this, if it's present members or if it's, you need a majority within the membership. So I can wait on that if we need to.
No need. Belle's care to do the honors.
Yes, of course, Remy. I've considered you a part of the guild for quite some time now, and I'm saddened to think that you hadn't considered yourself part of us.
But you didn't do the official Guild of Goodwill introduction
You
ceremony.
care to make that up right now? Would you like to?
Oh. There's no subtlety to this one. You were supposed to make it up yourself. Right now, we were supposed to be...
I'm sorry, I prefer not to lie to my friends. It's
not a lie, it
true
makes-
that I've considered him part of us for quite some time.
I mean, I'm not in the guild, but I can do it.
Yes,
Please,
Rudy, would you do the honors?
Would you please do it? Would you please, make our friend feel and actually
with
be as
this
special as he is?
motion, Remington, so many names, Northerly Topsford, you are 100,000% a part of the guild.
Woo!
Ta-da!
Well, thank you, everyone. I really didn't think it was going to be more of a process. But,
Speech.
He already
did
gave
one.
one.
That was the request.
I wrote it down.
Now we need the acceptance speech.
Oh, I accept.
That was wonderful. Perfect.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, I guess we haven't formally invited. Yeah, sorry about that. That was an oversight.
I do appreciate, Remy, your taste for the things to be official and, done by the correct paths.
Well,
There's something very honorable about that.
Well, thank you very much. I'm happy to, play by the rules on that.
Yes, the rules. And while we're at it, Ruby, would you also like to be 100%, 1000%, 100,000%?
I would love it.
Excellent. Everyone, I introduce Ruby and Remy of the Guild of Goodwill.
He doesn't clap for himself, but he's very pleased.
Ruby will pull out her best curtsy with her big boots on.
Yes. The Guild of Goodwill has historically really just been more of a spirit of movement. Kind of started with some odd jobs and then a search for a map. And here we are.
Here we are.
We need an official charter. I know. The Guild of Goodwill Secretary, Remington Northerly Topsford, would you care to draft a charter of the Guild of Goodwill?
Oh my! Well, I see we're already on to official business. This is very exciting. I'm not going to do that tonight, but maybe when we get, you know what? I'll have some documentation on the other side.
Sounds splendid. Well, we're official-ish. Soon to be. A charter.
We have to
there
get
ought to be
branded or
something more
something?
official if we're going to have trading cards.
That is true. Yes, that's true.
Can't just have anybody being like, oh, I was part of the guild. Here's my card, trying to shuffle it in.
You should write a history.
Oh, I definitely will. I may or may not have already started some.
And I would spend the rest of the night relaying some of that history to
Sure.
Ruby.
He gives you the lowdown.
Oh, no.
As we take first watch.
Starting at a
If she's
a story
Yeah.
about how to steal fish hooks in a general store.
I
And
don't know that he would bring that up.
Maybe they'll stay
he
awake for
have
just a little
embellished-
while.
He may have embellished some of the more embarrassing aspects of it, but
Ruby has a system of little asterisks and symbols for
Yeah.
may or may not be true. Ask Bells later.
get a second primary source.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there's one thing for tales and there's one thing for history. She's interested in both.
Sure.
So she might write two accounts.
If you guys want to make perception checks as you guys are watching, that would be excellent.
Perception.
My sad perception.
Oh, that's cocked. It was
17.
a 20, but it's very cocked. That's much worse. It's a 7.
Okay.
What? Ruby sees everything.
As you guys are chatting, it's hard to see anything in this fog, especially at night. And so you don't really see anything. But
No, you missed it. I
very-
said Ruby sees everything.
Yeah, she
'Cause
sees.
she got a
sees all the
17
fog.
on her perception, which
She
has
sees
never
all the
happened.
fog. But what Ruby does hear is the snapping of twigs somewhere off in the distance, echoing. The only
Echoing,
sound,
like
not actually, you just
can't
kind of,
tell.
yeah, kind of just
Coming
like,
from.
yeah, just kind of nebulous. But that's kind of the only sound you guys hear from the occasional bird call or woodpecker in the distance. So it strikes you out of the silence.
Vinny, I hear something moving, bigger than bigger than the little critters we've been hearing. Do you hear
Well, I
that?
trust your judgment. I didn't hear it myself, but we should definitely investigate. How far off did it sound?
I can't tell with the fog and everything's all dampened. I'm not sure exactly where it came from. I just know I don't think a squirrel would be cracking twigs like that.
Okay, well, let's try and be quiet and approach the direction.
Yeah,
So,
was there a direction? Did I have a direction?
yeah, Vinny will
No.
try and stealth if you point me in the right direction, and I can creep over there.
You didn't really get a direction on that. You barely caught
It at all.
it. Like it barely registered in your hearing. Seemed pretty far off to you.
Okay.
Okay, well,
I mean, maybe we ought to just wait it out, but be vigilant.
okay, yeah.
I'm not sure where it came from. I don't want to wander in the
We'll
fog and get lost.
let Bells and Remington know. We'll let Bells and Remington know about it, and I think that maybe they can keep an ear out as well. Make sure it doesn't get any closer.
Your watch comes and goes. No other disturbances. And you wake. Who do you wake for your second watch? Bells?
That's what I said. I don't know if I
Okay.
heard it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a perception check.
I did.
And we would
It's
relay the info about the twigs.
Perfect. It's a 7.
7. You see fog and you hear nothing. But blessedly,
Great.
you are not interrupted in your watching.
That's good.
And you can wake Remy.
I would relay the same information and tell him everything was great and quiet.
Okay. Remy,
I rolled a 17.
a 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Remy's been drinking.
This is very sleepy.
Oh, it's a Severin team.
Remy, you
Grandma's
paid,
at the keyboard again.
you paid pretty good attention to your surroundings this watch because of Belle's warning, despite the fact that she told you it's all good now. You don't believe that and are generally stressed about everything, so you keep a good eye out.
That's the vibe.
Nothing disturbs the fog. A light drizzle does start to pour, but no sound. And most of the rain doesn't even end up kind of... It's such a light rain and it's drizzling through the trees that it kind of just blankets you. It's not really that heavy, so you're not soaked or anything like that, which is nice. But your watch comes and goes.
Everybody wakes up in the morning to some biscuits.
Mushroom flour?
You know, like, flour doesn't taste like much. Like, a mushroom flour biscuit wouldn't be terrible.
I'm just messing with you because...
I know everyone was like dunking on my special biscuits last time.
No, I love it. I love it.
I won't have it.
I'm here for a mushroom biscuit.
Easy enough. You can have a nice, simple, hot breakfast of like kind of nice, thick, fluffy biscuits prepared by Remy in one of his cast iron cooking pots.
Have y'all ever had camping biscuits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Nah, that's what I'm thinking of.
It's good.
Where's
It's
in my
like those
head.
little
Yeah.
bitty ones and then like a whole stick of butter.
Yes.
It's like, why are they so good?
This is probably
Stick
made
of
with like
butter.
some, I don't know, like some animal fats or something. Because
Yeah.
that's what would
Yeah,
be
some
staple.
Suet. I
Some
feel
lard.
like Remy would
Oh,
carry
yeah.
suet with
Lard biscuits, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a day ahead of you of travel. If you'd like to continue on, or if there's anything you'd like to do this morning, just let me know. Okay. The mist starts to part again, and now that you kind of, some of you have seen Titania in the flesh, it kind of registers that it almost looks like the fog's parting around someone walking through it. Almost like Titania is kind of walking in front of you. It's about an 8 and a half foot path but you're not sure if she's there, if she's physically manifesting what this is. But it's something to do with Titania, and
Is it like woman shaped?
it's a little curvaceous.
I definitely think Vinny, would kind of like try to side, get up to the side just to kind of, I don't know, be there, not say anything. But,
Sure.
Feel what it feels like.
Yeah. Nothing really special hits you.
But it's kind of neat to watch the fog
But yeah.
part in front of me.
It's nice to just have it just kind of waft out. But your day of travel,
Is it parted behind us?
it kind of closes in around you, behind you.
I did not realize that.
I didn't either. I thought it was just.
I thought there was just a path.
Mm-mm.
That's what I was picturing in my head.
Yeah, it's a path that closes as
so
as
it's
you
a
walk
pocket.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little
Moving
party-sized pocket.
Yeah. But your
We're
travel
long rested, huh?
goes undisturbed for a good 6-7 hours.
Maybe during that time, he would maybe start to talk to her like she was there.
Sure.
And just say, what asking her questions like, well, I wonder what your favorite thing about him is. What and questions like, what was the most wonderful thing he had ever done for you? What do you love to hear him say? Think just kind of like asking, like a good friend, like asking about the relationship as if it had ended, or is still like a little bit weird, but like reminiscing.
Like best,
help her
your
understand.
best memory.
Yeah, to help her to
How
like.
you knew the first time that you wanted to be in a centuries-long relationship.
Yeah. You can absolutely kind of posit those queries to her as you guys are walking, and you guys do hear Vinny kind of trying to chat with Titania. You don't get any response from her at all. The path continues, but no, you don't know if it's because you're not hitting anything there, like if she's not there, or if she's purposefully ignoring you. But there's no response to that kind of move to subtly have her look on fond memories of Oberon.
I remember what it was like to have a wonderful relationship. It was a bit fraught as well. She was married, of course. But we just kind of understood each other. And she looked out for me and I looked out for her, and it was always nice to cover each other's weaknesses. For me, that was being little more than a street urchin, someone of very little note. Her, an honorable duchess, and so she made me feel important. And then I think for her, I think I made her feel noticed. I think sometimes she felt a bit unnoticed, a bit secondary to ideals and politics and other types of things. We were there for each other. That's actually quite miss her. Anyway, if it was anything like that relationship was for me, that was fraught with all kinds of, it wasn't perfect. It's not like we were in hiding. We weren't able to have a normal relationship because of her status. But I don't think that mattered so much as how we made each other feel. Feel loved, feel noticed, feel special. I hope that you could feel that again. I think many months ago I might have jested at how I might make you feel that way, but I could tell that you were of a much different caliber, stature, much different makeup. I don't know that I could ever do that for you. It's almost laughable to think about now, but I hope that perhaps I could keep that going for you in the way that you need it.
As you're walking in your head, you hear, "Oh, give up, you dolt." And then there's a brief pause. But that was very touching. I'll think about it. I like his eyes. That's it.
I'll take it.
Did you say that where the rest of us could hear any of that? Or was that probably out of earshot?
Was
of
that
the
like
rest
under
of
your
us?
breath, or was that?
No, it was like talking to an old friend.
Okay.
If it looked like her that I was walking with, then I would, more than anyone, would believe that it was her. And
Sure.
yeah.
The rest of your journey passes in kind of quick succession, fraught with anticipation of what might not, come next when you arrive. And eventually you come to this kind of babbling stream passing by, and crossing over it, come into this clearing. The fog kind of evaporating, sunlight kind of glimmering down from high above. And the center of the clearing is this kind of twisting, gnarled set of tree trunks that almost overlap into kind of what the approximation of a circle or maybe a heart would be. Quite large trees, at least 100 feet high, maybe higher.
Wow.
And kind of kneeling at it, hand on one of the trunks, is Lucimo, in his mask of many faces as Oliver. And sitting on an outcropping are three figures. A green dragonborn, a blue-skinned tiefling with a cracked horn, and a spring eladrin.
God dang it!
Thought dead.
Okay.
What?
Interesting.
If you guys want to move forward anymore, it's going to require a stealth check. As you guys kind of come to the edge of this clearing.
All right.
But that's where we'll pick it up next time.
Of course it is.
Absolute
playing, you
toilet
guys.
person.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah. We got some good little info nuggets this time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exciting.
Likes his eyes.
That is something.
Cool.
It's a good session.
We're gonna
Good
parent
job.
trap the crap out of these Fae.